Donald Trump loves dictators. Can't get enough of them. Recently, in the last couple of days, Donald Trump invited the Filipino President Duterte to the White House, causing quite a stir because he forgot to inform the State Department about it. So the National Security Council and the State Department are rushing to make sure that everything is set to invite this person. Now, if you're not familiar with Duterte, I can give you a couple of quotes, but he has been having quite the little war on drugs down in the Philippines, slaughtering people left and right for either dealing or just using drugs. He's used his bully pulpit to tell people, if you see somebody selling or just using drugs, you should kill them. And he's also promised to his police force, who he used to be a part of, that they will be getting bonuses for killing drug dealers. I don't know how that works out. Are they scalps? Do they bring in the scalps? Do they have to bring in a hand with drugs in it? I don't know. Seriously. He's like, I killed 27 today. Well, how are we going to know that unless you give us some proof, damn it? Anyway, he's also compared his drug-using, dealing, cleansing, he's compared it to the Holocaust. He said that they killed 3 million, what was the quote here? I'll make sure I get that right. Hitler massacred 3 million Jews, although he's a little short on that. I believe it was around 6. But now there are 3 million drug addicts in the Philippines. I'd be happy to slaughter them, he said in September. So Duterte, not really an awesome guy. He used to say a lot of bad stuff about a lot of the American leadership, but, who gives a shit what he says about them? The kind of action is, what we're paying attention to. Anyway, Donald Trump, I don't know, he likes the fact that this guy's powerful. He's able to wield his power. Maybe that's what it is. Donald sees how difficult it is to do things here in this country because of those pesky checks and balances. So he looks at somebody like Duterte or like Erdugan, who Erdugan is the current president of Turkey. Erdugan, he's a real special guy. He hasn't gotten a White House invitation yet that I know of, but I'm sure that's on its way. Erdogan recently had an election. I'll give my little air quotes here. To give him more broad sweeping powers in the country. Recently, in the last couple of days, he's gotten rid of over 4,000 State Department leaders and kind of absorbed their power. He got rid of Wikipedia in Turkey. It's a bad sign when your leader is starting to take away access to information. Anytime you see somebody taking away your access to information, that means that they don't want you to know what that information is, which means that they're hiding something. I think it's a little bit more provocative than that. But he's taking away their political leaders and absorbing their power. He's taking away their access to information. So Erdogan, not really a great guy. And even that election, all of the non-for-profit election counting agencies that were there said that we didn't even get a chance to count. That Erdogan, the day of the election, allowed unsigned ballots to go through. That right there, day of, oh yeah, right, exactly. Oops. Oh, did I say that they had to be signed? No, they don't have to be signed. Just a stamp, Look at those assholes in the back, just lick stamp, lick stamp, lick stamp. Erdogan, 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 you win. Anyway, so, and even that was a really, I believe it was like 52% or 51% of the vote that he got to give him those more broad sweeping powers. Anyway, the day after that election, Donald Trump calls him up and is like, oh, fantastic, tremendous, you're amazing, congratulations on the win. He loves him some dictators. You know, he's his first official trip out of the country. I say out of the country because his first official trip was to Mar-a-Lago, and then it was to Mar-a-Lago, and then after that it was Mar-a-Lago, and I think it was like 3 more Mar-a-Lago trips, and then Jersey, because he came to New York and pissed us off a little bit, and then went to Jersey and pissed off the Jersey people a little bit, but now he's making his first official, as president. And the very first place he's going is Saudi Arabia. Oh, we love Saudi Arabia. We talk about we're scared of Muslims and the theocratic regimes that control a lot of these places. Well, Saudi Arabia is at the top of the list, baby. They're a theocracy, which means that they're run by their religion. They chop off people's heads and hands. Any number of reasons for witchcraft and sorcery. If you are an infidel of any kind, if you're an atheist, they chop your head off because you're an infidel. You have to believe in what they believe in or they kill you. That's a theocracy. And that's our biggest ally in the Middle East. So Donald Trump's going to go over there. He likes those guys. I think that they prosecute women for driving, and you can't go out unaccompanied by another man. It's a great place. I can't wait to go to Saudi Arabia. And if you want to go into the whole dictator route, he's a fan of Putin. He's said a few nice things about Putin. A couple of things. Pooty Poots, I love him. He's got a nickname, Pooty Poots. I love me some Pooty. Well, it's like George Bush. I'm going to go see the budget man. I'm going to go see Pooty. He's the best. He knows how to run a country, trust me. He's ride a horse. And ride a horse without a shirt on. God, I want his body. More ways than one, right, Donald? So, and no pun intended, but Putin runs his country with an iron fist. So, he's a fan of the dictator. He even said recently of Kim Jong-un, the current leader of North Korea, that even after the whole nuclear test debacle nonsense, he even went on to praise him. Oh, he's like 27. He's 27 and he rules his country great. I got respect for him. I definitely have respect. Does he ever say anything good about like regular leaders? I mean, he wouldn't even shake Angela Merkel's hand. But, Erdogan and Duterte and Putin, those guys are all right in my book. Maybe. I don't know. I have a feeling that he would probably like... by the way, today is the French election. So Le Pen is up, and Le Pen is basically the female French equivalent of Donald Trump. Her daddy was Mr. Holocaust denier, and she's all about nationalizing her country, kicking everybody out. I'm not saying that France is not going through some bullshit right now, because they are. There's a lot of mass refugee immigration going on, but Le Pen is just essentially the French equivalent of Donald Trump, except she's smarter and she can speak better. Hey, this is Antoinette from Transistor Rodeo. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe for more videos and content, and you can follow me on Twitter at Transistor Rodeo.